Good morning, children, and welcome to Academia Ambala. Today we'll be covering a topic which is called measurements. And what are measurements? Do we do it ever? Have you ever done it before? Well, I'm sure you must have. And how? We'll see. Have you ever come across a wall which you see, oh, I wonder how tall would that wall be and can I climb it or not? If you have a table at home and you want to cover it up with cloth and you do not want to waste any cloth, you wonder what size of cloth should you get to cover the table exactly so as you don't waste any cloth. You need to measure the length of the table. Similarly, if you have a toy at home, say a Barbie doll or a gun, and you want to gift it to a friend, and you wonder which box would it fit into, the smaller one or the bigger one? You need to measure the size of the toy. So what is measurement? Measurement is knowing the exact or approximate length of a particular object, length or size. And how do we do it? Well, now we have tools to do it. Like you must have seen a measuring tape with someone. I'm sure you must have come across a ruler or a scale as you call it, or a measuring tape of this kind somewhere in your house. But do you wonder what early man would do in order to measure things? Because I'm sure they measured things. They would measure the size of the spear they had to kill animals, or they would measure how long the field is on which they are going to grow crops. But what would they do? Because at that point of time, these tools were not available. Well, they used their body parts to measure things. Like they would use a finger or fingers kept together to measure small objects. They would also use their hand span to measure objects. And what is a hand span? When you spread your palm and then the size of your palm from the thumb to the tip of your little finger is called a hand span, like it has been shown here. So this is a hand span. When you completely spread your palm side to side, the size, the distance that it covers from your thumb, from the tip of your thumb to the tip of your little finger, it is called hand span. They also used something called a foot span, which is the size of your foot. Like you also must be going to park where you would be measuring distance from one point to another point using foot span. So you must be doing it already, but you might not know that it's called a foot span. So it is called a foot span. Another thing that they used is called cubit. And what is cubit? It's the measurement, it's the length of your arm from your elbow to the tip of your middle finger. It's called cubit. Like you can see in this picture, this man is trying to know the length of this rod, a cubit size, from his elbow to the tip of his middle finger. So let's revise what we just did. We learnt about hand span, we learnt about foot span, and we learnt about cubit. But are there any other ways that we can measure things with? Well, yes, you can measure things with respect to other things also. And how? You can use any other thing. You could use a paper clip, a matchstick, a set of blocks, ice cream sticks, anything. And how you do that? See, I made this picture and I'm measuring this picture with respect to some paper clips. So I put some paper clips side by side in a straight line and I see that the picture is 6 paper clips long. So I can safely say that the picture is 6 paper clips long. You need to learn to speak these sentences. Here in this picture, I can see I am measuring a pencil with a set of paper clips once again. And I see that the pencil is 5 paper clips long. Now just take a moment to think that if I increase the size of paper clips, would I require more of them or would I require less? Well, give it a thought and see that in case I increase the size of the paper clips, I would require less paper clips to measure the same size of the pencil. So Since I have increased the size of paper clips, I require only 3 paper clips to measure the pencil of the same length. This pencil is 4 paper clips long, and you can see very well that paper clips have been arranged from side to side in a straight line and there is no space in between. You can also use the length using some blocks. Like in this case, we can see the boy is 7 blocks long. You can also see the length or height of these animals with respect to the blocks which are given on the left side. The lion is 6 blocks long, the piggy is 4 blocks long, the giraffe being the tallest is 9 blocks long, and the birdie is only 2 blocks long. As I mentioned before, when you measure an object with respect to some other object, you need to place it side by side in a straight line, leaving no space in between. So if you put the paper clips like shown in the below picture where you're measuring the crayon, it's absolutely incorrect because there are a lot of gaps in between and paper clips are also not kept straight. So it will not give you the right measurement. So in this picture, you can see the children of my class previously were measuring their desk using ice cream sticks, matchsticks and crayons. So children, you do not have to only measure, you also have to learn to speak. Like it's given in your book also that the desk is 7 ice cream sticks long, the desk is 13 matchsticks long, or the desk is 7 crayons long. In this picture also you can see the child is trying to measure her desk using different objects. So go on a measuring spree. Measure everything in your house, be it your bed, be it your table, be it the length of your fridge, everything, and compare it. Use hand span, foot span and cubit appropriately. Use this, measure the size of your room using foot span, measure the size of your table using hand span and then cubit also. Compare it with your younger brother or elder brother and have fun measuring. The only thing that you cannot measure is how much your parents love you. That is what you cannot measure because they love you immensely. Rest everything you can definitely measure. So go on a measuring spree and have fun learning. Bye bye.